Okay, so yesterday we have stopped at a place due to some dump while doing the Migo. Today we will proceed with the same. Okay, the transaction for doing Migo is Migo MI0. So here during a transaction, here you if you keep the cursor, you'll get the thing like transaction or event. So what sort of transaction you're doing or what sort of event you're doing. Okay, so what we are doing is we are doing goods received. Okay, on basis of which reference document it is asking. So we created purchase order 45000177 or something we created yesterday, right? 1724. Yeah, this is the one we created. So with reference to purchase order, we are doing this. So now, once I press enter, it has to pull all the details from the PO. So we ordered 20 quantity on the PO. So as said yesterday, let us take an example saying that we are taking only 12 as of now, and remaining we may get or we may not get, or vendor is planning for some other day, or we may not require, and we convert this to vendor saying that okay, you send only 12, and I want only that. And go to where tab and see if everything is there. If this is not given, storage location is not given, and if you're trying to post, it will show an error. So as we have seen yesterday, so we are giving the storage location as 0001. So once you press enter, you'll get the name of the storage location and you can fill this. I'll discuss about storage locations during the ArcNet. All your planned storage locations, company code, whatever you're entering in Migo and even your ME21, and we'll discuss soon after this session, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, based on the theory we select. So if everything is okay, we click on item okay, then click on check to check if database is accepting or not. So if you see here, deficit of PU order quantity 8 pieces. So we are taking only 12 pieces as per the order, right? So we ordered 20 and we are taking only 12. So it is saying your GR has a deficit of 8, which are 8 pending from the vendor. So this can be neglected. Like in future, we may do this. This is just an information it is giving. When you have yellow symbol here, it means it's just a warning. When you have red symbol, it is an error which will not allow you to move ahead. When you have green symbol, it means it is showing a message. Like you once you save this document, you'll get a message at the bottom saying that this document is created. So that is a message. Again, yellow is a warning which you can neglect and click on continue. On 99% of the cases on SAP, when it is an error, you have to resolve for sure. Okay, so now I'm clicking continue and click on post. Okay, so this is a message in green colors. So if you see document 3 is posted, or someone might have changed the number ranges for the documents. So 3 should not be, it should not be a single digit. As you know, this will be a long number range of 10 series. Okay, if you want to display the same document, you can change the event. So here you have A4 event display. Click on display. So your 3 number will automatically come there. Press enter. I'll change the number and soon after this class. Okay, this number should be something long. Might be someone has changed something in the system, so that's why you're getting a small number range. Okay, so this is a document you posted. So what does this document mean, Rajesh? Sorry, Rajesh.
Goods receipt, Mohan.
Goods receipt means we are taking goods inside. Now,
Yeah.
our intention is where to check whether these goods are received or not. Okay, there is a transaction called MMBE.
Okay.
Okay, so here in this transaction, this is not some transaction level like not doing some here and there inputs. It is just a report to display your stock. Okay, just make note of these transactions and all so that during your practice you can see. So to which plant we have taken them? We have taken them for 1000. So now and 0001 is the storage location. Now we will see whether that total number of stock came into your storage location or not. Okay, if I click on execute, I can see here there is a stock of 1111. So how would I know whether I got my 12 or not? So just right click them. Okay, click on metal movements. Okay, just click on metal movements. Then sorry, click on execute. Right click them on the storage location level. Then click on metal movements. So okay, here if you see, the first one is your document with number 3. You got 12 pieces inside. Even if you double click, this will take you back to the mega screen. Okay, you're seeing this, right? Okay, here if you see, you have to understand the layouts of SAP. So in the top orange screen, you have material, metal description, plant name. In the similar way, you will have this 100 to 100 is a material. You have to sync this up. Okay, metal to metal, metal description is casings, plant name is 1000. Then down you have storage location, moment type, special indicator, material, document number, metal document, sorry, item, posting date, quantity. Okay. So if you see on the second screen after 100 down to the material, similarly down to the metal you will have storage location, moment type 101, metal document 3, item 1. Like we only ordered one line item. If there are multiple line items, you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and all. Now we have only one line item in our GR. Posting date is this one. Quantity 12 quantity. Unit of measurement is pieces. Okay. So everything went off. Like yesterday we got an error and we triggered. So yesterday we don't have the number ranges even fixed. So there we posted this on 2016. So we posted couple of documents with 2016. Okay. So any doubts on the screen?
No, Mohit.
Okay. Okay. Then. So here you have to understand two things. One is unrestricted. You got. I will explain these different type of stocks like what is quality inspection, what is reserved, and all. But right now you just understand unrestricted is a stock which doesn't have any restrictions. Like you can use this for any purpose, for selling or for production, whatever it can be. Okay. Then coming here, you have 17,001 in incoming stock. So, do we have any stock that should be coming inside to our plant? So,
No, Mohit.
we raised a purchase order. We bought only 12 quantity. There are still 8 left which should
Yeah.
come inside, right?
Yeah, Mohit.
Yeah. So there are 8 left with us. So those 8 are included in on order stock. On order stock means there are there are some orders already raised, but still you does not have them. But still you does not have them taken inside. Those stocks are called as on order stocks. Any doubts still here?
No, Mohit.
Yeah. So now we will again go into mega screen. I'm going directly from here. You just start learning the shortcuts because you should be more explicit. Okay. So now this is my GR document. You can come from Migo or you can from the MMBS screen when you want to display. You can't edit something from here, but when you want to display, you can come here. Okay. Here, if you see, there is a tab called document info. Okay, I'll explain each and every tab. General data tab will have all the things like if this GR is related to some shipment or some purchase order and all, then they will keep the delivery note. Like when you'll get these things, you'll get these things when you seriously buy something from road, you will have proof of delivery or delivery note. Those are assigned as per the business here. Okay, remaining all are normal. Okay, let us go to the second tab where you can see all the details of vendor. Okay, these are all details of vendor, from which vendor we are taking them. Okay, 1000 vendor, his name and all. Okay, so then the third one is your data, like who has done this, at what time he has done. Those details will be here. Okay, this is my name, I ordered this, so all my details will be here. If I double click, I can get all the details of my extension here. Okay, so then if you go to document info, here also I'll get my name. Okay, at what time I have created, to through which transaction I have created. I have used Migo transaction. So GR is nothing but the transaction name and code system, or you can use Migo underscore GRS transaction also in SAP. Okay, this is all. So here you have a tab called FA documents. So you have to carefully understand what does FA documents means. Okay, click here. So now you just understand the funda, that if you are taking some goods from somewhere, like you bought some gold from the shop to your home. So what does that mean? You got some of your property increased, right? Some of your,
Yeah, man.
yes, it's increased. So which means not only quantity in your house, but also some value of amount is also increased. So in the same way, when you buy something, all accounting documents will also get generated in the background. Okay, all accounting documents will also get generated in the background. So I'll not explain about profit center and special purpose ledger, but let us go and see what is an accounting document. Okay, some 550 crores to or something we got it here. Okay, so here if you see, so there are three accounting documents that got generated. We'll discuss on this in detail once you are thorough with the process. But just understand that when you buy something, you will get two sort of hittings. One is your inventory, the other one is accounting. It may be profit to your company, or it may be showing that some sort of amount you have to send to vendor. Like we bought items now, we still didn't clear the billing and all, right? So those are all are shown here. So one day we will sit and we will understand how this accounting screen should be read. But just for example, let us now see what is 89 here. So if you see, there is 89, 96, and 83, right? So if I go inside and see what is 89, so what is 89? This is stock inward movement. So okay, we bought some stock inside, right? So that's why it is showing stock inward movement. Okay, first thing. And the second thing is 96. What is 96? GRIR credit. So IR in the sense invoice is still pending. Once you do invoice, this line will be nullified. Then 83 is price difference. So the actual price is different in the system, and we order it for a difference. So there is a loss of 14,000 that is happening in the system. But okay, we gave our own price here. If the system takes, it will take collectively. So if there is any price difference, there is an input called PRT that comes here. We will see how this terms fall here for different processes in future. Right now, just understand that when you buy something, you'll get inventory and accounting hits also done based on the inward or outward that happens in the organization. Clear till here?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then let us go into the purchase order. So what is the T code to get into the purchase order?
MA21.
ME21 is to create the purchase order. If you are going to display your purchase order, it is always ME23N. So
PM.
either you can go through the transaction ME23N, or being an expert in uh, transactions, you have a tab called purchase order data, where if you double click, you can directly get into the purchase order. Okay, so if you see here, there is a tab that came here. Okay, so this tab was not, so when you practice, just observe, this tab will not be there when you create the PO, but this tab just now occurred because we have done the GR. Purchase order history means all the reference documents of this order will be populating here, either it is GR. So now this GR is done for 12 quantity, right? So if I do 8 quantity for the next time, then you will get rest of the 8 quantity in separate line item here. If you do invoice, that invoice also will be come here. Okay, so right now we have not done the invoice. So once we do invoice, we will come again back here and we'll check whether that invoice is coming here. So all the reference document of this purchase orders you will get here in the history. Clear? So now the other change that happens is status. Okay, these are the basic changes that happens when you start once you start taking your goods inside. Just for your reference, I am saying again we will discuss the same theory once you create your own things, because those starts with zero quantity. Now there is some quantity left because these are daily using materials and daily using vendors by everyone in the system. So once you prepare your own organization, then we will see from zero. So if you see here, so order is 20 quantity, delivered is 12. So earlier the delivery would be 0 because we have not done the GR. So these changes will also happen. So in header data you have status tab. In the status tab you have 20, 12, and still to be delivered is 8. And respective price of that items are also coming here. Okay, so these changes, these basic changes will happen. This is for your understanding. So now we will go and we'll do the invoice and we'll see how the system is behaving. Okay, so what's the T code for invoice? It is MIRO. So I'm giving slash O here. That means I'm keeping the screen like this and I'm going to new screen. This screen will not be closed. If I give slash N, then this screen will close and a new screen will open. But if I give slash O, this screen will remain like this and then will open a new screen. Like I will show you the example. Now this screen opened. So if you keep your cursor here, my cursor is still open in the background. So I'm keeping the screen open and I'm going to the new screen. Okay, here you have some sort of tabs like purchase order, GL account, material, and contract. Now we are taking the reference of PO, right? So I will select this one and I will paste my PO number here and I will press enter. So it is asking the posting date or invoice date. I'm giving this today's date only. Okay, you can give any date like on what date you received the invoice. See how invoicing happens is you just go into the domain level and understand. Now let us say you take a DMart. Okay, the lorry comes, dumps all the material with the DMart, and they will give two sort of documents. One document is called as proof of delivery. One document is invoice. Right? Proof of delivery, it is usual thing like where you get from Flipkart. So they will give a copy and they will ask you to sign saying that this is already delivered. That is our GR document. The other one is invoice. Now this invoice might have reached our location 2 or 3 days before itself when the goods are delivered, and I am inputting that into the system today. Okay, so I have to mention the invoice date that is there on the original copy. Okay, I might have received these goods and invoice 4 or 5 days back, and that copy is with me in the office. Now I am filling the same data into the system. You got my point?
Yeah, Mohit.
Yeah. So okay. So that's where it is asking invoice date, because basing on that some calculations will happen. Okay. So on the same invoice date I have to keep, and this will be the posting date. It system will automatically take on which date we are posting this in the system, and its priorities or its details we will see in the future sessions. Okay. So now if I press enter, so it is asking there is some error in company code 1000 number is 51 is missing. Okay, I will do this PN1. Okay, as these are still your introduction classes, I'm not taking you in details of these errors. But in future, for your company code, you have to maintain all these things. Okay, like we did yesterday for GR, so we are doing it today. So yesterday we have done 50. That is for the accounting documents we have seen in the GR. Okay, this is for might also be for the accounting documents in the background. Okay, 2021. Okay, now I have maintained, pressed enter, system is compiling this. Okay, So just remember that that number series, whatever we maintain now, that is with 5 series, okay, 5000. So that you can understand from where you are getting it. Okay, if you see, the invoice is happening for 12 quantity because only 12 are ordered. Okay, 12 are received. 12 quantity with sum of amount. So now what you have to do, copy this amount, okay, copy this amount and paste this amount here. Regarding taxes and all, we'll see in future, not now. Okay. So now once you paste this here, this will be 0. Okay. Once this is 0, then you can click on simulate. Simulate is a similar button that used a check option in the PO, that use a check option in the Migo. Simulate is also a similar button. Okay. The terminology is just changed. Okay. Press enter. So it will check everything and it will show if there are any errors or not. If not, it will save automatically. Okay. So if I click on post, so this is a fresh system, so that is why it is taking time. Okay. So now if you see, the document is posted. Okay. If you double click on this, you can enlarge the screen. Okay. 51590. So now if you remember, I maintained some number ranges which is starting with 50000, right? But why did I get 510? Because those number ranges are not for this document. Now we will display this document and we will see where that number ranges are used, so that you'll understand for what purpose I have maintained. Okay. So now I'm displaying this document. So here if you see, there are some follow-on documents similar to a GR. In GR we have FA documents. In invoice you will have follow-on document. It is similar to the FA documents, like nullifying the earlier one. So if you see, so this one 51000, for this purpose we have maintained the number ranges 51 series. Okay. Press enter. So here you can see all sort of things happening. So this is the same 86 what we have seen in the earlier screen, I believe. Not 86, 89 we have seen earlier. Okay, so okay, 86 only GRAR debit. So there we have seen the same line item. This is nullified now. Okay, this will be the same amount that is in the GR. Clear here?
Yeah, Mohit.
Yeah. Not only posting the documents, just try to understand what is happening in the system. Okay. Now this 31 will go to the next department, FI department, and they will nullify this. Okay. This is how the background accounting documents links. So whichever that is not nullified in the GR, that will come to invoice. And invoice one line item will nullify, and next line item they will submit to finance demand. Once they do the payment, then everything comes to zero position. Okay. So just try to understand. Now we will go back to the PO and see whether the purchase order history is updated or not. So as I told you, you can go to ME23N, or even if you double click on this, still you will go to the PO, or else we have already PO screen opened in the another screen. So now if you see, the document didn't came here because this is not a refreshed one. Okay, we shall refresh this once and we'll see whether the document reached here or not. Okay, so if you see, the document has come to PO and it is sitting here, right? For 12 quantity, this much of invoice we have done it. Clear?
Yeah, Mohit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, this is clear. Okay, now let us go into one more detail just for your basic understanding and we'll see how that behaves. Okay, so this PO I got from Miko screen. So if I click back, I will go back to the Miko screen only. Okay, this Miko screen I bought from MMBE. If I go back, this will go to MMBE only. Okay, and back. Okay, now if you see, there is a quantity of 17019, that is as on order stock. So this is combination of multiple orders. Like how we raised one order, there might be many people raising different orders here. Okay, so now I'll go into the system and I'll make some things and we'll see how the changes will happen. Okay, I have clicked on display change. I'm going here. So here there is an option called storage location. So I'm giving the storage location, press 1. enter, and save. For the remaining 8 quantity, I'm giving this. Okay, this is saved. So now what I will do is, so if you see, the unordered stock is only on the basis of company, company code, and plant. These are the details. Okay, 1000 is a company code, this is plant, and this is storage location. So on storage location basis, there is no unordered stock. I'm just doing an experiment. Like if I mention the storage location in the PO, whether that unordered stock for that certain storage location will come here or not. Okay, so if you observe, so in our PO for the storage location, there is 8 quantities still left to be delivered. So earlier I maintained storage location at the GR level, right? Now I maintain the storage location at PO level, so it is showing for this storage location, it should be 8 quantity which is still to be delivered. Clear? Clear or any queries on this? Yeah, okay. So now I'm again going into the PO. Okay, I'm again going into the PO. What I'm doing is I'm going to the display change. I'm going to the delivery tab. I'm going to the delivery tab. Then I have an option here called delivery completed. This means even if I order 20, I'm satisfied with the 12 quantity that is delivered. Okay, 12 quantity is delivered, so I'm okay with that. Okay, so if I keep this delivery completed, that means this order, this complete order is fulfilled and no more delivery is required. Clear with this understanding? So if you find a tab like this, or if you find some option and you are not understanding what is meaning of that, just double click on this, sorry, right click on this, go to help, so that you can get the theory. Indicates that the item to be regarded as closed. That means this line item is getting closed. That means there are no more deliveries entertained on this line item. So if I do this and click on save, we'll see what sort of changes that will happen here. Okay, so earlier if you observe, there are still to be delivered as 8 quantity. Clear? Now it became as 0 because your order is already closed. There are no more deliveries expected. Understood this?
Yeah, Mohit.
Yeah. Okay. This is how it happens. Now we will see what is happening in the MMB screen. So here it is still showing 8 quantity, right? Still to be delivered. If I refresh this, this will also get into 0, and even the quantity here also reduced by 8 quantity. Earlier it is 17.019, now it reduced to 8 quantity and it became 9.019. Okay, so in SAP you have to remember one thing: comma is treated as full stop and full stop is treated as comma. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mohit, we did this activity in a complete delivery activity. If we require again the quantity, should we go for another fresh PO or can we raise here only?
Exactly. You can even amend rest of the quantity in the same PO. But if it is a new requirement, you can raise a new PO also.
Same quantity, same material.
Yeah, you
If
can.
we
You
require.
can you can amend a new line item. See, I'll take you into the PO once again. Okay. Okay. Here itself on the second line item, go. If you want a different items, you can enter here and you can see. You can amend that. But this
Okay.
is already kept for delivery complete. You have to remove and you have to amend the quantity. You can, okay, you can increase the quantity. You can send this order, but we recommend you to create a new order, fresh order, and send it, because that has to be treated in a different way. Okay,
Okay.
there is no issue in amending this order. Any more
Okay.
questions?